Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to go ahead and do a reading. So this will be posted on Tuesday, Twin Flame Tuesday. And I have a couple new decks, so I'm going to use the Moonology deck. And then I forget the name of the other deck. It's kind of like another moon deck. So I kind of picked two moon decks today. And so instead of doing, advice from your twin flame's higher self on how to get into union, I've decided to do, since the full moon in Scorpio is coming up on May 7th, I'm going to do a full moon in Scorpio reading and what will manifest for the twin flames. So that's exciting. And then also on Friday, I was going to do what kind of progressions will twin flames see in May? Because I think there's a lot of, evolving going on. So I kind of want to see what's progressing within twin flames at this time. So yeah, but let's see what twin flames, what all of us will manifest in the month of May due to the full moon of Scorpio. So it's going to do a nice seven card spiral. Okay. So this is for the collective. So please take what resonates and leave the rest. And just know my whole platform for this channel is to help twin flames get into physical union. Oops, my hair. That is why I do this channel, is to help twin flames get into physical union and, through the divine guidance. Okay. Because as you know, it's not my advice. I'm not, a guru. I just go what they tell me. Okay. And so, but it's really good advice. I feel like I could write a book now. I think I might. So much, I've learned so much just in the past 6 months. It's phenomenal. Okay, so let's start with this. So we're going to do inner, outer, past, present, future lesson, and something we didn't even think of. Okay, and so this will have to do with what will manifest. I feel like my hair is like all over the place. Sorry. Okay, so what will manifest for twin flames? So let's start with inner. Okay, let's see what happens here. Inner selves. This is us, our own selves. When it comes to us, what will manifest for the month of May for the collective, please? What will manifest? Okay, interesting. So it looks like one of the things that will manifest is that we're going to feel good enough. Okay, so this is self, okay? And this is all about full moon in Virgo, and it says you are good enough. So what that tells me is that many of us are going to feel like, for those of us who felt like we were less than, like for instance, like we needed our twin flames to be happy, or we felt like, we needed to be in a relationship to be happy, or we felt like we needed something outside of ourselves to make us happy. What this is telling me is that you're no longer going to feel that way. You're going to feel like you're enough on your own. Like you're not going to suffer anymore. You're not going to feel that suffering of, oh, I really need my twin flame to be, happy. Okay, because I know a lot of that has been happening. So that's beautiful. So in May, because that's what you need to feel, right? So in order to physically, attract your twin flame, we need to feel whole. Okay, that's what the twin flame journey is all about. It's two whole people coming together. Okay, great. And then I'm probably going to use these as clarifiers, but we'll see. We'll see if I even need clarifiers. I may not. Okay, so let's do outside. What are we going to manifest? So what's something outside of ourselves? So maybe something to do with our twin flame. Let's see. Something outside of ourselves. What is going to manifest for the month of May, please? Due to this full moon in Scorpio. What's going to manifest? Ooh, expect powerful change. Okay, so outside of ourselves, we're gonna see some powerful change outside of us. So they call it new moon eclipse. So what this could be is anything outside of you where you felt like things seemed like to be the same, where it was like you're running and kind of like doing the same thing and running into a wall and seeing the same thing happen over and over again. Well, there's going to be some kind of change, some kind of switch. Something's going to shift. Okay, which maybe I'll get that. Maybe I'll get a clarifier on that. As a matter of fact, let's try that. Let's get a clarifier on that. Let's like what? Okay, what kind of powerful change are we looking at for? I'm gonna have to like break these cards in. Yeah, these definitely have to be broken in. Okay. So, so what kind of powerful shift are we looking at for May? Like, what does this have to do with, please? What does this have to do with, please? For the collective, for the month of May, what does this have to do with? What kind of powerful change for the collective twin flames are we looking at, please? Interesting. Okay, so we got waxing gibbous boundaries. Okay, so it looks like when it comes to, okay, so one of the powerful changes is that it looks like this is a divine feminine, and she has this bubble around her, and it's almost like she's putting up her boundaries, saying, you know what, anyone who's going to affect my energy in a not the best way. So as you probably already know, everything has a vibrational set point, whether it's like you watch a movie, certain movies are going to have a vibrational set point. It's either going to make you feel low or it's going to make you feel high. Different, songs, they're going to have a vibrational set point. People are going to come to you, people who might vent and maybe overstep their boundaries, and like all of a sudden like you're feeling kind of stressed because you're kind of getting into their stories. Could be your own kids, right? Maybe you have teenagers and they're very dramatic, and so it's like, so one of the powerful changes that's going to happen is that the divine feminine is going to put up her boundaries and say, you know what, I have a vibrational set point that I want around me at all times, and whether it be, again, TV, people, whether it be food, whatever it is, it's like you're going to stay strong in your own vibrational set point. You're going to put up boundaries, and that is going to propel you in your vibration, is what I'm getting from that. Okay, so let's see the past. Okay, so let's see the past. So what is ending, or what has just ended? What has ended, or what has just ended, please? What has ended, or just ending, or what is about to end? What's ending here? What's ending? The end of a tough cycle. That's hilarious. So it's the end of a tough cycle. Oh, full moon in Capricorn. Yay! We're coming to the end of a tough cycle. Yeah, that was tough. Oh my God. That was a tough cycle. Oh my God. So in May, we're coming out of the tough cycle. I'm so excited. Okay. So let's keep going. Okay. How about the present? So what is here for the, so what is this full moon in Scorpio going to help us to manifest in the present, please? I think I'm going to title this video "The End of a Tough Cycle of Purchase." That just gives me like goosebumps. Okay, so, all right, so we got conclusions are within reach. Oh, that's awesome. Conclusions are within reach. So this is the full moon eclipse, right? So there are going to be, so some of us, twin flames, so we're kind of like in a little bit of confusion, right? Of, what's happening and why it's happening and what's happening, and things seem to be hidden and convoluted and lots of universal secrets going on, right? It's like our intuition is telling us one thing, but the physical is telling us another. It's like our intuition is like, but I know this to be true, but like the physical is saying otherwise, and we're all like, what? And so conclusions are within reach. I'm really excited. Let's get a clarifier there. Let's see what this means. Okay, can I have a clarifier on this, please? So when it comes to conclusions, gotta break in these cards. Okay, when it comes to conclusions, what are we looking at? Conclusions about what? Can I have a clarifier, please? Conclusions are within reach. What does this have to do with? What does this have to do with, please? What does this have to do with? Conclusions are in reach. What conclusions about what? What are we gonna get conclusions on? What are we gonna get conclusions on? Ooh, conclusions on resistance. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I hit. Okay, well I got two. So it says resistance and fruition. Interesting. So whatever was being resisted and fruition. Okay, so let me show you these two cards and then I take a look at these. This is a new deck for me. Okay, so yeah, so there was some resistance going on in the twin flames of kind of, I hate the word surrender. I don't know why, I just do, but that's what they're telling me. Like just like surrendering to, your higher purpose, And so there was a lot of resistance because it was like we were all on this twin flame journey and we were all, we just want to be with our twin flames, we just want to be in love, we just want to be with them and, live with them, get married, that's what we want. But we were being resistant to the true purpose of our twin flame journey, which was to become the best versions of ourselves, which is going to end up healing the planet and helping out humanity in a bigger way. And then the gift was being with your twin flame at the end. And so what this is saying is conclusions with resistance. People are going to stop resisting, and then people are going to, surrender to their higher purpose of becoming the best versions of themselves. And then fruition is going to happen. Like everything you ever wanted. I mean, she has this like basket of fruit and flowers and birds and like around her head, so it's like fruition, everything that you ever dreamed of, or everything that your intuition has been telling you is your gifts, the gifts from the universe. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, so that is awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at the future. So that's actually in the present time, so that's interesting. So let's look at the future. So fruition. So fruition could also be, what's coming to fruition is your higher purpose. Okay. Fruition could be your higher purpose. It's your harvest. It's like whatever you've tried to harvest is going to come true. Okay. So let's look at the future. What is going to manifest in the future? What is going to manifest in the future? Let's take a look at the future. Okay, so we got your commitment is being tested. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it's being tested, all right. Your commitment is being tested. So in the future, it looks like the universe is going to continue to test you. I don't know if you've noticed that you've been being tested the whole time. So they're really making sure that you're ready for this, because this is the ultimate gift. And they want to make sure that you do follow your contract and what you said you're going to do. And so with your progressions, which I am going to do a reading on what kind of progressions we'll see in the month of May, which will be, I'm going to post that on Friday. And so, yeah, so just so you got to stay committed, because, if you do it once in a while, or like like let's say you're committed to, bettering your life by doing this right, setting your boundaries, and instead of like using your time to like watch TV that makes you feel, maybe it's just a bit dramatic, or, makes you feel kind of low afterwards, or kind of sucks your energy, right? And you're using that time to instead like meditate, do like your yin practices, and like you're like in that receiving mode, and where you're still, and you're being, you're coming into your peaceful, zone. Okay, but then you come out of it, after a while, you're like, I'm going to go back to, watching my show, and I'm going to go back to, well, now what the universe is saying is that, they're going to test you on that. In the future, probably forever, because we signed up for this, and not to do it for like a day or two. Like we signed up to make this a lifetime lifestyle. Like this is not a one-time thing. All right. I was gonna say, should we get a why not? Well, that's for a clarifier. What are we gonna be What are we gonna be tested on? What are we gonna be tested on? What does this have to do with? What exactly is the universe going to test us on? What are we going to be tested on, please? Yeah, surrendering. And I hate that word. I don't know why. I hate surrendering. But anyway, yes, they're going to test your surrendering to, your higher purpose, spirit. Yeah. And so it's that waning crescent. Yeah, so that's what they're going to test you on, because the divine feminine, maybe that's why, because I'm always in my divine masculine. I'm all about going get, like that's just me, right? I'm all about go get it, I'm very in my masculine. I'm very good at it. I'm not very good at being in my divine feminine, so I think that's why this word bothers me. I'm not a surrenderer, I'm a go-getter. Anyone who knows me knows that about me. But that's not being balanced. So I have to do this too, like learn how to surrender and like wait and like listen and be patient and just use your intuition and not jump the gun. So that is what they're testing us on. Okay. Okay, so now let's do the lesson. What's the lesson? What's the lesson, please? From like this full moon in Scorpio. What's the lesson, please? The lesson is that the energy is gaining momentum. That's beautiful. So it's gaining momentum, and so it's not just me or just you or just a few people. It's like the way I'm reading this is that this is like the twin flame community. Like we're gaining momentum in the energy, actually outside of the twin flames. So what's going on if you kind of notice what's happening with just like even just now I read something about students getting together all over the world, maybe not all over the world, maybe it's just America, but they're standing up to universities for not paying them back, like refunding them for housing expenses. And so it's just like the end, like we're getting more momentum, like the energy is like it's like it's building for the positive. It's like those that have been reaping the rewards, it's going to change. Like for those who were taking advantage of others, it's going to shift. So for those of us who are being taken advantage of, we're going to we're going to be in the fruition, okay? And that those that are, and then what's the other word they used? Because I saw fruition and resistance, yeah. And then for those who are resistant to being kind and took advantage of others, they're the ones that it's going to shift in another direction for them, is what I'm getting. Okay, so the energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so let's look at what didn't we even think about. What's something that we didn't even think about yet? What's something we didn't think about? What's the wild card? What's the wild card? What didn't we even consider at this time? What didn't we consider for the month of May? Yeah. Well, work through your fears. Yeah. So some of us might still be feeling a bit like fearful, like, even though my intuition is telling me this, the outside world is still telling me that. Yeah, this is not overnight. And so you're going to have days or nights where you're going to feel like, I know there's some kind of momentum going on, and I know there's a shift, and I know I'm working on myself, and I know I'm feeling better, and I know that this tough cycle is ending. But at the same time, like everything I knew is vanishing. Like everything I knew about the world, everything I knew about how things worked, everything I knew about relationships, it's just not the same. And I think a lot of us are going to feel a bit confused, a little fearful of the changes. So they're asking us to work through the fears. So, keep working through it, but let me get some guidance on that, such as how do we work through our fears when all these changes start happening? How do we work through our fears? How do we work through our fears on this? What advice do you have? How do we work through our fears, please? How do we work through our fears? Focus, yes. So we're being asked to focus on what's good. Don't focus on what's bad. It's almost like a buffet table, right? So you have things like food that like you don't like, and then food that you do like. You're not going to focus on what you don't like. You're not going to focus on what makes you fearful either. You're going to focus on what's good. You're going to focus on what's going to bring you what's going to bring you to your higher purpose. what's going to bring you to your next level. Okay. So for instance, I'll give you for instance for me. So there was a time when I would focus on the lack of my relationship with my twin flame. So that was my main focus for a while. And then I decided, well, what if I instead focus on bettering myself? Like, why don't I use my time better in a better way? And so I started taking these classes, and and there's a lot of free classes online, to be honest with you. And it's just like I don't even recognize myself anymore. So I just started really like buying books and like studying and like really researching and like a lot of spiritual books and doing a lot of spiritual practices, and I'm going on, and now I really look forward to it in the evenings after work, because I do work 40 hours a week. And then even like a Friday night and a Saturday night, I'm still like I really look forward to those classes that I'm taking online. And it's all about bettering myself and how to focus my energy and how to work with, how to be more energetically aligned with others, and just get more into the fifth dimension. Anything that's going to get me out of the third dimension, where I feel is where I suffer. So even fourth dimension. So just getting into the fifth dimension, which of course is the love vibration and higher. Okay, joy vibration, peace vibration. And when you focus on that, when you focus on anything that's going to bring you into the love vibration and the peace vibration and the enlightenment vibration, there's a lot of YouTube channels as well that like help you to focus on that. There's yoga channels. Like I joined a bunch of yoga channels, just like just stuff like that, and it really like it just brings you out of this whole fear, and it's just where you put your focus is what they're saying. All right, well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. So this is what will manifest due to this full moon in Scorpio, which will happen on May 7th. It's very exciting. Stay tuned for Friday. I'm going to ask what type of progressions we will have in the month of May. And thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you did like, please, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. And if you're interested in a private reading, you could email me at twinflamealchemisttarot at gmail.com. And it is on discount for $65 until the end of May. Or I do phone coaching as well. And anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate you supporting my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.